илүү хамаа менчнэ ч дахиад нэг доо илэх үү яаж ч амьдэрч мөнгө олж автга ард туртаас нь дэлэх үү хүмүүсийн нэг дөриг дараа нь зах зухаасаа илэхгүй баг багаар наасал идгүй автаг мэч нэлэн хүү миний хамаа чигээр шатаг хобстатаа нэлэхгүй гэрт нь очих шаач нь интернетээр хэрүүл хийдэггүй цагта чамаас
Just touchdown. Yeah. Coming for the bag and a smile on sight. They hate me last year, now they just touchdown. Yeah. Aiming for perfection, then met the quota. Said I got the juice and my cup runneth over. I am not a rapper waiting for a blow up. Type to win a Grammy, but don't never show up. Far as what I'm doing, got a lot more in the way. Let the song cry, but it's a lot that I don't say. So much is at stake, I need a lot more on my plate. Get or you get got, the only option where I stay. Yeah, I see them plotting, but I'm safe. I don't post too much, can't let no op know on my plays. Gotta keep my distance if you toxic to my space.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. Downtown Indianapolis moving at warp speed in this time-lapse footage. We're in the basketball hotbed of Indiana. Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. A look at the Nuggets. They've climbed all the way up to the second spot.
And right now, Cleveland, they had some high hopes coming out of the gate. Frustrated with their level of play thus far. But they certainly have the pieces to be a factor in this race.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. We've got Allen. Harris is out there with Porter. Then there's Devin Booker, and it's Freeman in at the 1. And for Indiana, Lucas is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Russell. Then there's Allen, and it's Hardaway in at the 2. Yeah, tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of talent, but also a lot of inexperience on each side.
And Kevin, you know what that means? It means we're going to see some spectacular plays, but a few that'll have you scratching your head as well. Always interesting to watch these young players develop.
Now here's Allen. There's Porter with the 3. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, the easy hoop assisted by Allen that time. He's developed a nice passing game.
Ripped away. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And finished off by Porter.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Robinson kicks to Lucas. Indiana moving it around. There's Russell with the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And, you know, that's a nice pass, you're right. I mean, that's the mentality of Allen. He won 2 college championships, both on very unselfish teams.
Now, here's Porter, coming off a stellar performance against Milwaukee.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Allen. 11 points for him in that last game against Minnesota.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Now, here's Porter. 4-point game. The pass to Booker. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Here's Russell. Offensive rebound. Robinson, that's good.
You've got to be aware of him at all times. He's a bully on the backboards.
Harris against Lucas. Harris passes to Freeman. Porter looking it over. Fires from deep. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Russell high post. Here's Lucas. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Booker, right side. There's the three. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah, you know, they didn't have their best stuff, but they were still getting after it, so you got to really appreciate the effort and hustle.
So both teams making some changes here. These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. Fourth, Devin Booker.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
The Pacers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Hardaway, rejected by Booker. Hernan Gomez finds Grant. Here's Makoka. Zubac's defending. Now here's McLemore outside. Rebounded by Hardaway. Pacers trail by 11. Here's Maggette. Rejected by Booker. Launches a three. Drains the three-pointer. Booker's got 9.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Now here's Hardaway. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. From deep, another 3 for Cleveland.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Warren with the ball. Now defended by McLemore. Cleveland leading by 17. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. On the wing, Booker, covered by Maggette. Booker draws the double. Hernan Gomez kicks to Booker. Now here's McLemore outside. It's rebounded by Indiana. This their first chance this season playing the Cavaliers. Here's Hardaway. Indiana again missing. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for Cleveland. And he's supplying a lot of their offense with his three-point shooting. Knocked down 4 from distance in that quarter alone. Right back after this break. So far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Indiana, they've got Sabonis. Also, Ivica Zubac out there. T.J. Warren out there with Hardaway. And it's Maggette in at the point. And here's Maggette after Devin Booker getting his shot to go from deep.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
And for teams already exceeding expectations, Greg, their spirits are running sky high right now.
Kev, it's always a great feeling to come out strong, but it is hard to maintain that consistency. The teams that do, you know, they believe in themselves and they keep playing to their strengths.
Why is consistency so hard?
You know, because you're not playing against yourself, and we're human. And Kevin, as great as you are as a broadcaster, you probably have had some days where you didn't feel as good as you did other days, and that's no different for a guy competing at this level.
My friend, that's every day. Every day you don't feel good about it. But you grind, right? You just try to keep grinding.
Got to do it.
And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Lucas comes in for Ivica Zubac. And Allen subbed in for Hardaway. Lucas inside. Grant on him.
Boy, that expansive reach of Allen. I mean, so good at positioning himself and using his length and timing to stifle shooters.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible. And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did.
Yeah.
And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
And it's good for two.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
There's Porter at the three. Nailed from three-point land. Porter's got 11 points.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Robinson's checked in for Indiana. Russell comes in for T.J. Warren. Tobias Harris is checked in for the Cavaliers. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Lobbed up there for Robinson.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Outside, Porter. Another 3 for Cleveland.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Russell. Softly drops in the floater. Russell's got his second bucket of the night.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Porter finds Harris. Fires the 3. That's good from Porter on the assist from Harris. Porter's got 12 points now in the quarter.
And how about the performance we're seeing from him? Not one miss on the day.
Passes it to Lucas. Fires the 3. That shot no good. Cavaliers go the other way with it. They host the 76ers after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Freeman passes to Porter. On the wing, Porter. And the 3 off target. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Maggette. And again, it's Indiana.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Porter, no luck. The drive by Allen. The teardrop falls in. Allen's got his first points of the night.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Cavaliers ahead, opening up a huge gap. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. It's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what was your impression?
How good are these guys on the fast break? They're pushing the ball, finding the open man, finishing strong. They're at a breakneck pace, and if they can maintain this level of intensity in the second half, blowout city.
Shaq, your take on Indiana.
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Here's Allen. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. Porter is out there with Tobias Harris. Then there's Devin Booker. And there's Jared Allen. And it's Freeman in at the 1. And so Allen will bring it up for the Pacers. Hardaway dishes to Russell. Pass to Lucas. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Harris. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super team. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
He misses the free throw. And he's good on the second. Cleveland leading by 20. For 3, Harris. Another shot. That's tipped.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
To the inside, Lucas. Banked in off the glass. Lucas has got 7 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And that one's good by Porter.
Yeah, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Here's Russell. That misses off the backboard. For Cleveland, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. The kick out to Porter. Russell against Booker. From deep three-point range, Robinson pulls it in.
Only 20% from the field to start this half. To me, it looks like their opponent may have made some nice adjustments.
To the middle, Allen passes to Booker. Pass to Harris. Clock at 6. Porter outside. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game. 10 for 13.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Timeout called the Pacers.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Shoots. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. He's got 8. And Booker kicks to Grant. Inside. Shots good by Hernan Gomez.
Yeah, that's just good basketball there by Grant. Moving the ball to the wide open man and getting an assist out of it.
Maggette outside. Sabonis trying to get open. That one's not going to go. And Cleveland will come the other way. Hernan Gomez passes to Booker. Over Maggette. Again, the Cavaliers score.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
The Pacers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And he banks in the layup.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger. And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
There's 53 seconds left in the third. Here's Maggette. Warren trying to break loose. And that one's good by Maggette. Maggette's got 10 points.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game. Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Maggette against Booker. Shot clock at 6. Sabonis kicks to Maggette. Count it. Sabonis has got his second basket.
Boy, a big body Sabonis might have range, but put him inside and let him eat.
Booker against Maggette. Fires for 3. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
For Indiana, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
Well, I tell you what, coaches really love reliable shooters like Warren. I mean, he's a talented guy who can really get it done from anywhere on the floor.
Both free throws good from Warren. Booker with it. Over Maggette. Oh, and he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
An ideal way to end the quarter with momentum on your side.
And so it's Cleveland, rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up a quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue, and quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting, you know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did, too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV. So we saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Lucas is out there with Russell. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Shake Milton. And it's Gilbert in at the point. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Down low. Here's Kiba. There's the pass to Brissett. And Cleveland again with the bucket. Greg, your son's been drafted. You were drafted in the NBA. As you look back on the process that you went through and your son Cole has gone through, what are some of the flags? What are some of the things that stand out to you?
First and foremost, Boy, how time flies. I mean, it wasn't
Yeah,
that
no
long
kidding.
ago, at least
No
it feels
kidding.
like, that they were calling my name on draft night. But
91, right?
Yeah.
91.
You know, every stage of life, though, has its joys. And listen, to play the game I love and now see him playing it at this level, it's truly a blessing. And in his case, he probably loves it even more. You know, he didn't grow up the way I did. He grew up just with a true love and passion for the game. So it's humbling and obviously something that I take great pride in.
You were taken out of UNLV 1991, number 12 overall. Remember it like it was yesterday. A shot by Makoka, no good. Pacers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Outside, Russell passes it to Milton. Lucas looking for an opening to the paint, 6 to shoot, and the shot goes in.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
White the pass to Bridges. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Back to White. Pass to Bridges. Shoots over Zubac. Bridges misses. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pacers.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Cavaliers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Cleveland's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. White the pass to Brissett. To the wing on the left. Here's Bridges, 6 on the shot clock. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Both teams deciding to change it up. Graham kicks to Milton. It's rebounded by Cleveland. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. McLemore inside the line. Robinson pulls it in.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Now McLemore. No good. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony.
Don't complain of why we living, they don't like it, why we winning. Yeah, I flip it, do my dance, gotta get it pretty. Cause I'm a Christian, he the reason, yeah, he did it, yeah. Gotta get it, told the coach, she gave me minutes, don't complain of why we living. Cause I'm a Christian, he the reason, yeah, he did it, yeah.
If it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it can only mean one thing. Welcome to Cleveland, Ohio. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. Welcome, everyone, to the broadcast table. Chris Webber to my right, Greg Anthony to my left. I'm Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge on our sideline. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. You take a look at the Cavaliers. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And, of course, Philadelphia, not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And I think for the Cavaliers, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
You know, that's the mindset you have to have. They know if they can get to the playoffs, they have the talent to do some real damage.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. They've got Ben Simmons, also Walton out there, and it's Cortez in at the center filling out the middle. And for the Cavaliers, Tobias Harris is out there at Porter. Then there's Devin Booker, and there's Jared Allen, and it's Freeman in at the 1. And it's the Cavaliers to start out. Outside Porter for 3. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Back in 1991, you were drafted 12th overall. Talk about early expectations as a first-round pick. Your son going through it right now.
Yeah, no doubt. Listen, everyone wants to see what you've got. And also, you want to prove that you belong. And so, because of that, though, especially in today's game, sometimes judgment comes way too quickly, and we've seen it with a lot of great young players that because they come in a lot earlier in terms of their age, it may take them an extra year or two to figure it all out. And so the teams that are most patient in allowing those kids to mature at their own level tend to be the ones that get the higher rewards.
Indeed, and we see so much impatience, and it causes problems. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. Now it's send it over to D.A., who is able to talk with Coach Brett Brown.
Thanks, Kevin. He told me that doing a good job defending the perimeter would get everything else going. He said, if we can get them off their spots and make them do things they're not used to, we'll have a very good chance. We'll see if they can execute that strategy, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks, David. Devising a strategy to take away that three-point shot.
Oh, this is what smart point guards do. Fox is adept at realizing the defense's mistakes and exploiting them.
The pass to Porter. He kicks it to Harris. Over Walton. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Well, I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
Pass to Simmons. A fader. It's hauled in by Harris. For Cleveland, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
And everyone wants Simmons to add a consistent outside jump shot. But while that's a work in progress, he does just fine at the rim. An incredibly adept finisher up close.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Right side, Fox. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Jared Allen.
And C-Webb, as you said with Simmons, when he's going at the rim, he's as good as it gets.
Oh, yeah, G.A. Great blend of size, speed, and strength. He controls his body to create space. He can lay it up from unorthodox angles with ease.
And he knocks down the first one.
And guys, I've heard that Fox honed a lot of his basketball skills by playing NBA 2K. What up, Fox? Well, check it out. He learned the art of the pick and roll off ball screens, and he says that he's just about unbeatable at that game, too. Hey, Fox, I got you, baby. We can play anytime you want to.
Fox hits them both. And getting to the free throw line more and more. GA awfully tough to stay in front of De'Aaron Fox.
I mean, he's just got to knock them down, though. I mean, a free throw percentage, I think he can and will improve upon.
Hernan Gomez misses from short range.
He struggles with his finishes sometimes. I mean, it's kept him from being an elite player.
Oubre, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Here's Makoka. Grant kicks to Booker. A three-pointer, no good. The 76ers leading by 3. Passes to Wilkes. And here is Jefferson. And finished off by Jefferson.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now, here's Fox. He's coming off a 22-point game against Orlando. The pass to McLeod. Here's Wilkes. Shoots a 3. And it's Devin Booker with the rebound. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Oh, that's blocked.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And Fox gets it to go.
Look, to deal with the bigger defenders in the NBA, Fox had to learn the floater. I mean, as you can see, he learned it pretty well.
From deep, McLemore. Rebound by the 76ers. To the middle. That's good from Jefferson on the assist by Fox. Jefferson's got his second basket of the night.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half. And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
But look at the basket, guys, still shaking. And so the first quarter is in the books. 76ers ahead, leading by 5. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Cleveland. In chatting earlier with Ben Simmons, he addressed the scrutiny that players have to deal with on a daily basis.
For me, it comes with blocking criticism from people I don't really need to hear from. You know, I don't mind. Everyone has their opinion. Everyone's going to say something, which is fine. But at the same time, I got to worry about, you know, what I need to focus on.
And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others. We should be celebrating what Simmons has accomplished at a very young age.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for Cleveland, we've got Jeremy Grant, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4-man position. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Freeman, guarded by Fox, with the putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Hernan Gomez has got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. Wouldn't matter.
Another miss by Philadelphia. The Cavaliers trail by 7 on the wing. Porter. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Unable to get that one. And the 76ers go the other way with it. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season. And the basket by Blake.
He doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
Freeman passes to Allen. Outside, Porter. Pass to Makoka. Back to Porter. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
Stripped it away. That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Freeman.
Excellent work offensively to get that shot attempt into a can't-miss area.
Philadelphia moving the ball around. And Simmons kicks to Blake. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Even for a player who's not a three-point specialist, I mean, that's a shot you got to knock down.
And slam dunk by Harris.
Look at Harris's dedication. I mean, chasing down the boards and ending the possession on his terms.
We've got 1:08 left to play here in the half. To the inside. Ben Simmons gets the bucket. Simmons got 6.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
The noise didn't really seem to bother them. In fact, it appeared to make them sharper and play harder for each other.
It's good.
Sweet find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball, and Devin understands that. That has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
Pass to Simmons. It's stolen by Allen. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And finished off by Porter.
Textbook feed from Allen, a big man who helps facilitate the offense.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Simmons passes to McCloud. Back to Simmons. Here's Perbet, just 5 to shoot. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. And the 76ers lead by 3. The drive by Booker and the dunk by Booker.
Excellent footwork there. Booker so tricky on the drive. You can't predict what he's going to do.
Pass to Simmons. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. 76ers lead by 1. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. And quite possibly the fastest player in the league, De'Aaron Fox, is a budding star. Does the Diesel enjoy watching his high-octane style of play? Diesel?
He's not just fast, Ernie. He's under control. That's the impressive part.
Oh, I saw what you did there.
He's not just fast, Ernie. He's under control. That's the impressive part.
Yeah, he's a great playmaker, though. He doesn't get tunnel vision. He's got to get consistent from the three-point line, and then that takes him into one of the top 10 point guards in the game.
And the refs up here. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you next time. Oh, you controlled it. You were fast, but you were controlled, Ernie.
Wow.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And it's Fox with the ball for the 76ers. It's a one-point game. Kicking off the second half. Here's Brett Brown's foul. We've got De'Aaron Fox. Holton is out there with Ben Simmons. And it's Cortez in at center.
And De'Aaron Fox, a natural right-hander, but he plays lefty.
Well, he's similar to Mike Conley. Guys like that, more amphibious, I'm just joking, more ambidextrous. They can use either hand at a high level.
Here's Cortez, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Philadelphia shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And the chance to take the lead gets away because of the miss.
And it's denied by Fox. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That is his first foul of the game. Grant, he's checked in for Cleveland. McLemore has come in for Porter. Philadelphia shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Down low, here's Simmons. And it's Devin Booker with the rebound.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Launches it. Knocks down the 3 ball. Booker's got the lead up to 3 now for the Cavs.
And really, Booker is as lethal as they come from deep. Can't allow him to get into a groove.
Moving it up. Allen, that's good. Allen's got his second bucket of the night.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. That makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
And Philadelphia calls time here. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to, when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point.
And just tax a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Shot from the top of the key, and that one good. The Cavaliers leading by 3. And the dunk by Booker.
This is a guy who once scored 70 points in a game. Booker, doesn't take much for him to start percolating.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Kicks it to Blake. Outside Jefferson. The dish now to Oubre. And he uses the glass on the layup. Oubre's got 6.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam. 1:14 left in the third quarter of the game. Now the pass to Wilkes. Here's Blake. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Blake's got his third basket of the night.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
This game has come to life. They're out there battling now. We didn't see this in the first half.
Blake passes to Wilkes. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. He dishes it to Blake, and it's sent back by Allen.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And the dunk by Booker.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Blake. Fox with it. Working on Booker. Bucket is good. Fox has got his second bucket tonight.
You can tell how much confidence Fox possesses. I mean, it's unreal how he nails these tough.
Oh, look at him play!
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. It's stolen by Jefferson. Jefferson stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for Cleveland. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. Back to the action after this word. A chance now to hear Jason Kidd talking to his team moments ago.
Good D, good pull. Understand something, 1 shot, 1 rebound, and let's go. We take care of the ball, get good shots, and get back on defense. Keep talking.
Efficiency, fundamentals, that's what I'm hearing from Jason Kidd right there.
Yeah, and there's a toughness to the way they're playing right now, and they're communicating. That's what Coach wants to keep seeing.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. They've got Harris. He's out there with Porter, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 5. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Let's hit 5 from 18, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
No doubt it's a bit of an odd form for Wilkes on his jumper, but I tell you what, it works. His touch is just so soft. And one of his coaches said watching his jumper was like watching a snowflake drop.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, throws down the alley-oop slam.
Slicing and dicing the defense to pieces. I mean, Simmons outstanding at distributing the ball in the screen and roll.
And the dunk by Booker.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. The hook. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
It might be the most difficult shot in basketball, the hook shot.
Here's Freeman. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball.
An easy pass turns into a terrible turnover. And that's a possession wasted.
The 76ers trail by 6. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Timeout called, Cleveland. And the 76ers making a change here. Fox is checked in. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Well, I got a chance to listen in on what Jason Kidd was talking about with his players. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Jared Allen's checked in for Cleveland. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Fox deciding where to go with it. He goes up again. And with that shot, the Cleveland lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Cortez.
Now, with all the intensity he plays with.
Here's Porter. And Walton sends it back. Simmons on the wing. 76ers moving the ball around. And there's the call on Kevin Porter. That's foul number 2 for him. Stolen by Allen. Porter against Simmons. And Porter, here we go. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
And Porter, no good on that one. And so Simmons will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. And closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws.
What athleticism from the young guard. Simmons is excellent at cutting into the heart of the defense.
The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, You really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. Free throw good. Porter.
Oh, and he caps that off in style. He gets the finish with the harm. Huge possession there to extend the lead.
Fox passes to Cortez. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
He's so hard to guard and screen the rolls. I mean, Fox uses his unpredictability to his advantage. Nice pass there.
On the wing, Porter. Stolen.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Yeah, they're within reach now, but if they fail to execute, this could be it.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Porter. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Oh, man, and defenders have to be more cautious when guarding Harris. He is constantly looking to draw contact on his shots.
2 shots. First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Comes through big. Now they can put everything they have into guard.
Timeout called the 76ers. They're trailing by 3. There's 14 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. What's your take, guys?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Yeah, they have a little time to work with. The most important thing is to make whatever you take.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Devin Booker.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hand.
There's 14 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Allen with the rebound, and an intentional foul there stops the clock.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And it's a wrap. Any chance they may have had for a comeback just went out the window with those free throws.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They're down by 5. 9 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to stay alive, they've got to work quickly.
Yeah, time is of the essence. Basket and a foul has got to be the game plan.
Here's Perbet. Frames it from downtown.
Love the play there on the inbound. The defense lost contact with him, and he knocks down the triple.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Good. Hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game. 5 seconds left to play here in the 4th. From deep, No good. So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
And this is what the verdict is. When you from the hood, they don't treat you like the suburban kids. But that's just how it is.